I'm Howie Scarborough. I'm the CEO of Fall Protection Distributors, and we've recently released a blog. It's focused on classic metal roofing systems, standing seam profiles. They have two different ones. And what we're talking about is compatible fall protection equipment that we supply for those roofs that protect both the roof system and the workers. So if you jump into this blog, we go into depth into the two different panels. The first one to keep in mind is a click lock panel. This is made from recycled aluminum. So our seam mounted equipment is not going to be compatible with the click lock, but it is going to work with the universal standing seam. So at the bottom of this article, we have a quick reference chart. So we have the two panels across the top, and then we have the products we're going to discuss down the left column. So starting with the SSRA 1, this is a seam mounted anchor steel set screw. That's our standard configuration. That's intended for 22 gauge steel, and you're going to torque these to about 90 inch-pounds. We have an alternative screw for 24 gauge steel, and that's got a nylon tip in the end. So we call that the SSRA 1 nylon tip version. The only difference is the set screws. So for 24 gauge steel, you're going to torque to 100 from 180 to 200 inch-pounds. Once you have those anchors in place, you can remove the D-rings and you can add adapter plates. Our first adapter is the SSRA 2 roof jack adapter. So if you mount two SSRA 1 seam anchors about 8 feet apart, remove the D-rings, you can then mount a pair of SSRA 2 roof jack adapters on top of those anchors, and that's going to give you a platform for a 10-foot wooden walkboard. There's no penetrations through the panels for that, and that is height adjustable for different seam heights, and it's all pitch adjustable for different pitch roofs. The next adapter plate is the SSRA 3 anchor plate. That is going to fit 12 to 24 inch wide standing seams. Anything that the SSRA 1 is going to fit, which is about 95% of today's panels, the SSRA 3 anchor plate is going to work on. And what that allows you to do is you mount the SSRA 3 plate on top of two SSRA 1 anchors, and you would have one of those assemblies at each end of a 100-foot rope. So we do sell a full kit that does this. It includes 4 SSRA 1 seam anchors, 2 SSRA 3 anchor plates, and a 100-foot Kern mantle horizontal lifeline. This is intended for temporary use. We also offer a 120-foot permanent lifeline. So if you're on a roof that needs a permanent steel cable, we do offer a industry exclusive 120-foot standing seam permanent horizontal lifeline kit. So that's got your 5-inch riser posts. It has end posts, intermediate posts, 120 feet of galvanized steel cable. That's available on the website. Now let's get back to the click lock panel. So the aluminum panel, we don't want to attach to the seam. The seams are too soft for our testing to be successful with the SSRA 1 anchors. So we want to switch over to a alternative product, and that would be the Ridge Pro. So the Ridge Pro mounts on the end of a 16-foot pole. You would climb a ladder, use the pole to run the Ridge Pro up the roof, flip it over the peak, sort of like a ladder hook. And when it goes up there, it secures a vertical lifeline. So as soon as you step off the ladder onto the roof, you're already 100% tied off to a line. So you can safely do your repair, do your inspection, and get back to the ground and you stay tied off the entire time, 100% tie off. So if you have any questions about their panels or any of this equipment, please give us a call. Our phone number is at the top of the website, or email us at support@fallpd.com.